Know that your business, organization, or church needs to make a change because of a recent failure or mistake that was made? Hello, it's Dr. Alicia Granholm of aliciagranholm.com, helping you thrive in your leadership and life. In today's video, we're going to talk about what you need to do as a leader when mistakes are made or failures have been made and changes are essential. The biggest mistake that I see leaders make when they make a mistake or someone else in their organization makes a mistake is viewing these mistakes or these failures as one-offs rather than as a sign of how things really are at the surface level. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified every time I post a new video with leadership advice. So you or someone else in your organization or business or church made a mistake or failed epically, and now changes need to be made in order for you to make it. Today, I want to talk about your role as a leader whenever you're leading change. In another video, I go through my 5-step strategy that you and your team, if you have one, need to go through so that you get clear on your vision for how you want things to be, you get clear on your desired outcomes for that vision, and you get clear on the values that are needed in order to get you from here to there. If you want more details on how to make those decisions, then watch my video on how to lead change successfully the first time. So after you've answered my 5 essential questions to ask before you make any changes, here's what you need to do as a leader as you start moving forward with making those changes. Step 1 is to identify new behaviors. So you know where you are right now and you know where you want to go and the organization, the company, the business, the church that you want to be, and you know the values that are going to get you from here to there. And now you as the leader and your leadership team, if you have one, need to get really clear on the behaviors that are going to model those new values. One of the clearest ways you communicate your commitment to new values and maybe even a new organizational culture in general is through your actions. If what you say and what you do not match, then it just breeds more mistrust. If there are mixed signals between what you say and the behaviors that follow what you say, then conflict is going to continually be inevitable. So you need to get clear on new behaviors that align with your new values. So depending on your new values, and these could be anything from how you're going to respond moving forward to comments on social media, to how you respond to claims of harassment within your organization. So once you identify your new values that are going to help you live out your commitment to the new culture that you want to see within your organization, your business, your church, then these new behaviors are what actually take place in order to get you there. Once you get clear on the behaviors that actually need to change in order for you to fulfill your vision and your mission moving forward, then step 2 is to create a communication plan. Anytime you're making changes, especially if you're making changes in response to a mistake that was made or an epic failure, you have to create a communication strategy. The goal needs to be that every single person you serve hears very clearly what it is that you are committed to changing and how you're going to do that moving forward. Because here's what everyone actually wants to know. What are you committed to doing differently? And what is going to be the evidence to us that you're actually committed to that? How do we know you're 100% committed moving forward? And the 3 keys to your communication strategy must be: 1, use every communication channel available to you so that everyone possible is able to learn about your new commitments and what that is going to look like moving forward. You need to get your message out to as many people as possible. So depending on how public that mistake might have been, you may need to have both an internal communication strategy as well as an external communication strategy. Key number 2 is that your communication about the changes must be as transparent as possible. The less information you share, the more people are going to fill in the blanks with their own ideas and opinions and assumptions. And we all know that people do not generally give us the benefit of the doubt, especially following a mistake. So the third piece of that communication strategy is that your communication about these changes must be often. Whether you are making commitment to being more welcoming, to being more diverse and inclusive, whatever the changes are that you are committed to making moving forward, people need to hear about it as often as possible and see it as often as possible. This is when it is safe to assume that people haven't heard about it. And then step 3 is to model the way. As the leader, the values and culture of your organization, your business, your church are your responsibility. So this means that whether things are going really well or not so well, it all comes back to you as the leader. So whenever you are committing to making necessary changes, you have to be the one that models those changes to everyone around you. The changes won't take place overnight, and they absolutely will not happen if people see that you are not actually committed to them because of what they hear coming out of your mouth or see you doing through your actions. The evidence that you are serious about these changes taking place is that you model the way through your words and actions that these changes have and are taking place. Mistakes are a part of life and leadership. What we do after those mistakes says everything about our future. Now, if you want my exact guide for leading change in your organization or your business or your church, then download my free Leading Change checklist, and you can find the link in the description below. And if you would like a real life example of someone's return strategy after an epic public failure, then check out my reaction to Rachel Hollis's return after her controversial TikTok rant. Now be sure to like this video, subscribe, and share it with your friends. I'll see you next time.